Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode on Crucified's Reign. My name is Crucified, and I will be casting this tonight. So, we will be covering the third and final realm in this series called Tuatha De Danaan, and they are very, very similar to the realm of Hibernia if you had played Dark Age of Camelot. Very in tune with nature and whatnot. Here, let me read off the lore for them that's on the thing. The realm of the Tuatha De Danaan strives to become one with nature. They revere the forest for its fierce beauty and its unyielding grip on life. The forest is more than the home of the Tuatha De Danaan. It is their deep-rooted mother, their broad-bowed father, and their protector. Beneath the green on green canopy of the ever-living forest, dark secrets and powerful mysteries are hidden, which every member of the realm will fight to defend. The wise and enigmatic Luo leads the Tuatha De Danaan to blossoming power, expanding the reach of limitless power. Some may jest that the Tuatha De Danaan are foolish tree lovers and frivolous fairies, but in the realm of the forest they know the truth. The world will be fierce and beautiful when the realms are united under forest halls. So with hearing that, you can tell that they're going to be pretty in tune with nature with a lot of stuff, and you can see a lot of the classes and races may be kind of meshed around nature in a way. But let's start off with the first race. The first race would be the Tuathas. Tall and proud and filled with the strength of the forest, the Tuatha De Danaan grow branching horns on the crown of their heads. They are the defenders of the woods and the keepers of its deepest secrets. The Tuatha consider themselves the leaders of the realm, for they are descendants of great heroes. The power rises and falls with the turning of the seasons, and they are known to suffer greater harm at certain times of the year. As sentinels of the forest pass, they refuse to work with fire. The Tuatha fight for the glory of the natural world, and believe the story of their great deeds will echo down the ages as the greatest of epics. So that's some interesting lore there. Kind of makes me think of like druids in a sense, as a race, if they were to be one. As they grown branching horns on the crown of their heads, so like tree branches. It's pretty interesting. Curious how it's going to look like in game for character designs. And up next we have the humans. For the Tuatha De Danaan, humans have always had a place in the courts of the Tuatha De Danaan, whether through fairy tales of captured children, lost souls looking for the otherworld, or simply by seeking a place of refuge in their magnificent forests. While some in the other realms, particularly the hated enemies of the Caesith, call the human races of the Tuatha De Danaan pets of the more powerful masters. Nothing could be further from the truth. The human races of this realm share the same social, political, and military status of their compatriots. Just as importantly, these humans do not share the banes of some of their fellow races among the Tuatha De Danaan. Then again, tales are told in quiet corners of humans in this realm who are not quite what they seem to be. Well, with that lore there, that makes these guys seem to be the most interesting of the three types of humans for the realms. Very interesting and very kind of like dark and shrouded lore with the background. Alright, and next moving on, we have the Silver Hands. The Silver Hands have a long tradition of tremendous sacrifice. When they come of age, each member of this race gives up their arm as a sign of dedication to the realm. This is replaced with a silver limb, filled with mysterious power, though no one can say whether the arm was transformed, replaced, or covered in metal. Among their powers is the talent of finding ore, and the Silver Hands are great miners. Though they profess to be noble protectors of the forest realm, the Silver Hands have a dark connection to the depths. Forged long ago when Tuatha, the first Silver Hand, pushed into the darkness. The Arthurian store miners who hate this race claim the Silver Hands are not afraid to draw power from that evil place when pressed. In truth, they dream of destroying the depths and slaying the evil that breathes within, and they will, once they find their forefathers' final resting place. The Silver Hands see no contradiction here. They are humorless folk. Never ask a Silver Hand if they need a hand in jest. It's a very interesting description of them. I'm curious to see how this hand's going to play out and what potential bonuses they may have race-wide with it, because they have one arm that's different. Alright, moving on to the next race, we have the Hamadryads. Hamadryads defend the great protectors of the forest. the mighty oak trees that drink in the destructive power of the veil storms like water. In all the realms, the Hamadryads are the closest to the forest, for they are part of it themselves. This matriarchal race bears a powerful plant tail, which can lash out in anger or aid in spellcasting. The Hamadryads are versatile and have many talents they can call upon, and many ways they can develop their power. Infused with verdant magic, each Hamadryad would fight to the end to protect the forest, or the great oaks at its heart. So I'm curious how that works out, because it says they can lash out with a powerful tail, which I wonder how that's going to play into and the skills, and wonder if it's going to be a realm ability where they can do like an extra attack every now and then, which would be pretty cool, not going to lie. Next we have, coming up, is the Luchorpans. Small and often underestimated, the Luchorpan are natural-born tricksters, masters of misdirection and illusion. They believe that lies can reveal the truth, that a person's hidden nature is revealed when they are the victim of a prank. The clever fingers of the Luchorpan are naturally skilled at powerful crafting, and their quick reflexes, excellent hiding skills, or talent for climbing often get them out of whatever trouble their mischief gets them into. If all else fails, rumor holds that Luchorpan can simply vanish and reappear elsewhere. Bonds of love are considered unbreakable among the Luchorpan, and any of them would give up life itself to defend their family or their realm. So, this gives me a very good idea that they're kind of basing it off of the old race from Dark Age of Camelot, from Hybernia, the Lurkeen. They're very small tricksters, very agile, and they were naturally skilled at powerful crafting as well, so it's very interesting. I like that, but they made it more of a realistic looking for the skin, which I think is a good adjustment, because the Lurkeens had a weird look to them, and the males ran like they had to stick up their butt all the time. Next we have up are the being Side, which once I looked it up to try and get an idea of what the correct pronunciation was, it came out to be Banshee. Two separate words, ban and then she. So that's what we're referring to as Banshee. The Banshee are a ghostly race who float rather than walk upon the earth, and whose heads often hover above their bodies. They are mortal creatures, born of terrible tragedy in the lands of the Tuatha De Danaan. It is said their keening songs call to the soul of suffering in the world, and their power over sound is unmatched. Haunting and mysterious, the Banshee seek to bring justice to an unjust world, and make the hearts of their enemies bleed with despair. Their powers are challenging to wield, but a greater challenge to face. Even a soul was not too great a price to pay to avenge justice. So it really sounds like they're bringing back the Banshee class, but in a different twist to it, which I think is really cool. And yes, for anyone watching wondering this, I went through and looked up how to pronounce each and every unusual race name on here to get it correct. Alright, now last but not least, we have the Furbog. Known as the caretakers, the Furbog protect the bogs and swamps with giant-sized might. Some say that dark secrets lie deep down in the peat and moss, and each Furbog hides a deep mental connection to every other caretaker. Reading the future and omens, they watch for danger to the realm. They are seers and mighty wardens of the wilds, secretive and powerful. The Furbog believe in preserving the deep mysteries of the realm and defending against all comers with great strength. Family ties are the strongest ties among the Furbog, and they ferociously defend their kith and kin. So, they have a very interesting look on them. They look greatly like a tree, so it's kind of like a Sylvan would look like back in Dark Age of Camelot, but mixed with the brute size of the fur bullocks they used to have there, which was a race they had back there. I like the twist on this. It's got a nice, interesting backstory with it, and like I said earlier, I feel like a lot of the races that are in here have a lot of close ties with nature, and some are even a part of nature itself with their races. So they did a very good job with how they designed this and these races, and I'm super excited about this. I can't wait to get in there and mess around with the races. I want to see how the Banshees move along the ground once you get them. And this, guys, will conclude my series on the races for all three realms here in the new MMO PvP oriented game, Camelot Unchained. The next series I'll be starting will be 3 episodes covering all the classes for each realm and I'll be starting off with the Arthurians. Until next time.